Alright guys, this is Vol, and man, it's been ages since that I did a StarCraft commentary on the actual Korean pro scene. This is the MSL, and man, what an interesting MSL it has been so far, given that Savior has actually made it back through to the round of 16, and this is in fact Savior versus Upmagic. Now, normally, many of my StarCraft commentaries would be very biased, but I guarantee you that there will be zero bias in this game, because on the one hand, Upmagic, a very, very cool player, very innovative and fun to watch player, is Terran, and I usually go for the Terran player, but in this case he's up against Savior, and Savior is one of these pro players that was just really dominant, especially in 2006, and he just made a real name for himself, just became the legend known as the Maestro, and then he went really downhill, really kind of slumped, and a lot of people were preparing themselves to just forget about him and really write him off, but he's really undergone a resurgence. He actually beat Bisu in the round of 32 group stage, and he is back. So a lot of people are very excited about watching him in the round of 16, and in fact, I'm very excited about watching him in the round of 16, and I hope that he goes through just as much as I hope that Upmagic goes through. Now, love Upmagic. This is Upmagic you're looking at right here. Savior was the guy previously on camera. But Upmagic, man, it's just so much fun watching him come up with an interesting build. He's probably the best player in the Team Istro team, which is one of the worst programming teams in Korea, alongside KAF, unfortunately. But this guy is great. The rest of the team really supports him, and often the team often comes up with a very, very clever build for him to use. So it's always just a real pleasure watching his games, because he just comes up with something you wouldn't expect. It's like, wow, I can't believe you tried that against this other pro gamer. But looks like we're getting ready to go. This is going to be on Athena 1.0, I believe, unless they've changed the name of it, but I remember this map as Athena. And Terran versus Zerg, Upmagic as Terran, Savior as Zerg, of course. Savior has spawned at the top left as orange, and Upmagic will be brown down at the bottom right. So, we'll see how it goes. And I'm sorry, in fact, this map is not Athena. My bad. We're not playing on Athena, we're playing on one of the new maps. I forget the name of it. I'll look it up for you guys later and maybe mention it in the video description. But not to worry, I'm not really concerned about the map too much. I'm really just excited to see what kind of build Upmagic goes for and how Savior decides to deal with it. It will be very cool. Hope you guys are happy about me getting back into StarCraft commentary, so I'm really keen. I've got another Warhammer Fantasy tabletop battle report coming for you this weekend, but before I post that, I'm going to be posting this game here. This game here. Haven't been following a lot of StarCraft programming lately, but I'm going to have to start getting back into it with the excitement. One really interesting thing about the MSL group round of 32 is the group featuring Hwashin, Jaedong, Flash, and who was the other guy? Hwashin, Jaedong, Flash, and one other Terran player, FBH. It was 5-bat Hero. And man, that group has three of my favorite players, and in fact has my second favorite player of all time, and that is Hwashin, right after Mind. And Hwashin actually managed to win it 2-0. He went straight through after the winners match. By the way, guys, Savior has gone for a 9 pull here, gone for gas straight away, so that is very cool. Now let me just talk about why he might have gone for that build, and why I like that build. Now, he may have gone for that build because he knows that Upmagic is a very sneaky player who often goes for really crazy things like maybe a BBS, like a Barracks Supply Depot kind of build, or a really fast tech build, just stuff like that. Upmagic doesn't really play standard, or Upmagic's even gone 14 Command Center in DBZ. So Savior going 9 pull really allows him to send Zerglings out very early and just find out what Upmagic is up to straight away and put some pressure on him really early on. Now, against a Terran player that was more likely or was more comfortable with going for a standard style build, I really don't think this would have been the best opening. But against Upmagic, man, this opening is correct, and or at least is very prudent. Upmagic, of course, has seen what's going on with his scouting SCV in Savior space, and he's responded by, well, he hasn't really responded yet. He's got the barracks way on the other side of his command center, away from the ramp, but he's going to prepare for this in time. Putting down a bunker, so that's what is going to be the answer against Savior's build there, and sending the drone down to put down that second hatchery. SCV's going to get in the way of it though, so two Zerglings just pulling back to prevent that SCV from blocking the hatchery. In the meantime, the bunker's just about finished. Zergling streaming into the enemy base, putting down a factory, so very interesting play by Upmagic. Now, this is very crucial here. This is so important. Savior's going to know that factory's gone down straight away, so he's going to have plenty of warning, plenty of time to anticipate whatever Upmagic decides to do with that factory build. Now, he could be going straight for Wraiths, but Savior will have an advance warning of that. He could be going for mech with Goliaths. Again, Savior will be able to play correctly. Now, this is really, really good for Savior, and I think that really comes down to him going for that 9 pool, having these Zerglings in Upmagic's base, just acting as scouts. I mean, he's not going to get too much done. Ooh, nearly took out the SCV there. Very close. Even if he does take out the SCV, oh, he does take it out. Great play here by Savior, and of course, he's able to start investing in his economy while this is going on. He doesn't need to build any more Zerglings. Just annoying Upmagic like this, preventing him from getting as many minerals as possible, having to waste minerals on repair, and, oh, swinging back, possibly getting another SCV, but that bunker's nicely placed there by Upmagic. There's no way that the SCVs will be able to get in and really win the game for him. Going for a lair straight away before third hatchery, so he's going to want to get those Mutalisks out in short order. And I think Mutalisks are the correct answer here. Upmagic putting down a starport right underneath that flying barracks. That's very cool. I think Savior will be suspecting that starport though. He'll be expecting a fantasy style build where the Terran player harasses with vultures before going into either vultures, sorry, either wraiths or a lot of Goliaths. But man, oh, vulture is out, and these Zerglings look like they might be able to get a surround on the vulture. Yes, they are going to be able to get a surround. That sucks for Upmagic. He really needed that vulture to go out and do some damage. That's really a main focal point, and I love the sort of display of zero emotion there by Savior. He's just such a cool glass of water, that guy. He's just like Mr. Ice. And there's the starport gone down. Of course, Upmagic is just going for the race anyway, and Savior's going to know it. Savior is going to know that Wraiths are coming his way, and here comes the second Vulture, a lot more effective this time. The Vulture's getting some decent micro and killing a Zergling, and this is definitely going to push the Zerglings back. So at long last, and looks like Upmagic's got an SCV out there as well. What is he going to do with that? Possibly put down a command center. The spy is nearly up though, and that really worries me because Upmagic just doesn't have the engineering bay finished just yet, as far as I can see, and he's going to need at least a couple of turrets around his base. Just a couple of Goliaths is not going to cut it, in my opinion. And getting rid of the last of the Zerglings. Wraith's heading out now. Is it going to take out that Overlord nearby? If he sees that, it will. In the meantime, Sunken Colony is going down in case Upmagic shows up with a lot of Marines, Vultures, or it's mainly to stop the Vultures really from rushing in and killing all the drones, and Savior's got things perfectly timed. Now, I feel like Savior really has a serious advantage now because A, he knows what the Terran player is doing, B, the Terran player is doing something which is actually quite easy to counter if you've already got an advantage, which Savior does, and if you have scouted it in time. And thirdly, Savior is a good enough player really to be able to win with once he's been dealt good card, so to speak. But Vulture streaming past the Sunken Colony, getting a couple of kills on these drones. Drones surrounding them. Nice play, nice defense there by Savior. Just really trying to cut down on the drone losses. And finally, the Mutalisks are out. So the pressure is going to be back on Upmagic, and although Upmagic was able to put a little bit of pressure on his opponent there, the pressure has been on Upmagic for most of the game so far, and it is going to remain on Upmagic for the rest of the game.